Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back for game 2 of this best of 5 series. This is from the IEM Season 5. This is going to be a quarterfinal matchup. E.g. Idra is spawning over at the 9 o'clock position of Metalopolis. He's the red Zerg player. Idra's opponent going to be Squirtle, the blue Protoss, over at the 3. So right away, seeing these cross-positional spawns, this is going to be favoring Idra. Of course, Zergs, they need to pick up extra bases. They got to stay on top of their macro. And in cross spawn locations, you can obviously pick up your natural, no problem. And then even picking up a third and potential fourth base as well is not as difficult when you have these spawning locations. So especially because it's Idra, he favors macro passive play very heavily. I'm sure he's going to be pleased when he finds this out. The Overlord is going to scout and see that, of course, Squirtle has not spawned down here. And do take note that Squirtle is scouting very quickly with his probe. He wants to know right away, has Idra spawned down at the 6? Because, a close rush distance by foot would definitely influence Squirtle's build. And even using a second probe, just sending it to the top of his base here, looking for an Overlord. Of course, if Idra had spawned over at the 12 o'clock position, he would send his Overlord here first. And that's why Squirtle sent this probe. He sent a probe just to check for that. But no, Squirtle is going to realize we have cross-spawning locations. He's not going to probably go with anything too aggressive. I only say that because often Protoss players will favor aggressive builds when you spawn close by foot. But this is a long spawning location, but at the same time, you can still use a proxy pylon to do a 4-gate, really no problem. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. Once again, I haven't seen these games, so I'm excited to check them out with you guys. And this probe being really annoying, just delaying the potential hatchery. And actually, Idra going for spawning pool first, although he did get an extractor very early. Idra going to want to get that metabolic boost out right away. And 2 lings on the production tab. Going to force the probe out for Squirtle momentarily, and as soon as Idra hits 100 gas, I'm sure he's going to get that speed upgrade. Is he going to be able to get a drone? And yes, once again, the Zealot just delayed a little bit. And yeah, Idra's drone going to have all this scouting information. He's going to see the same opener that Squirtle attempted in the last game with these 2 assimilators. So are we going to see another Stargate opener? We'll just have to wait and see. Didn't really work out for Squirtle in the last game. We'll have to see if he wants to change anything up here. This drone is probably going to want to leave momentarily. Chrono boosting out a Stalker as well. Not sure if he needs to use Chrono Boost on the Stalker. I mean, obviously the drone can't get out of the base no matter what. There's a Zealot here on hold position. So, yeah, I don't know. Just Squirtle's preference, I suppose. Back at Idra's base, he does have a hatchery that has gone down at the natural. No more workers mining gas. Hatchery about halfway complete, and metabolic boost just started a moment ago. And the drone does get taken out. And once again, as soon as the drone is gone, we do have a Stargate. So this is just a slightly different Stargate build. In the last game, Squirtle put down 3 gateways, then a Stargate, I believe, if I remember correctly. He definitely didn't get a Stargate after his first gateway. But yeah, he's going to see how this sort of pans out for him here on Metalopolis. This Zergling here just heading to the front door. Sort of map control going to Idra at this stage. He's even got an Overlord positioned over here. I wonder if he's going to try to sack it anytime soon. But Squirtle, pretty good awareness here. He has the Stalker, and the Stalker, of course, spots the Overlord. And he's going to want to deny any and all scouting information. At least, as long as possible. There is a Void Ray coming out first. Squirtle once again favoring that Stargate opener, favoring getting a Void Ray first, and has a Sentry out as well. These Zerglings are not going to be able to do very much. Warp Gate research now complete. He's going to want to change that into a Warp Gate. He's going to be producing off of 2 Warp Gates and this Void Ray and this Stargate as well. And Idra actually just canceled some tech there. I mean, the probe snuck into the base, and he didn't really want it revealed, so he just went ahead and canceled it. But, yeah, Lair Tech on the way, and an Evo Chamber as well, as he's saturating his natural base here. This probe just gonna chill near the smoke for the time being. This Overlord is going to get taken out by the Void Ray. And now Squirtle trying to pick up an expansion of his own. He's going to have that warped in any moment. And Squirtle probably going to be on the defensive. I mean, he's not going to be looking to apply very much pressure as, I mean, of course he's getting his natural up. He's going to want to secure an economic advantage. And a few speedlings as well, just going to do that scouting. Idra realizes, and as a result, I'm sure Idra's going to want to pick up a third base. And notice how he does right away. Very good reaction. Idra scouts the Nexus. He says, okay, Squirtle is getting a relatively fast expansion. I have to stay on top of my macro. As a Zerg player, oh, did he not even spot the pylon? That sucks. Poor Idra. Idra actually, he might be in a little trouble soon. This Void Ray is going to be really annoying at the third base. These queens just waddle themselves over to the third. Get a few shots off on the Phoenix and on the Void Ray, but this might be a scary push coming from Idra. It is such a shame. This is kind of the key factor, I would say. Idra does not know about that proxy pylon, and well, now he does, but is it going to be too little, too late? These two queens are going to get taken out, no problem. Hydra's hatching, but I'm not sure if Idra's actually going to have enough to defend this. Idra really getting caught off guard. That proxy pylon just not getting spotted. Guardian Shield going up. The Spinecrawler gets focused down. Roach is not the greatest versus this unit composition, and Idra knows that. He calls GG. So, just a tiny little error. If Idra had spotted that pylon, I mean, that's obviously a huge indicator that aggression is on the way. And, yeah, I mean, he could have maybe done something a little different there. But 1-1, this series is all tied up, and we're moving on to Game 3. So, once again, put up an annotation for you guys so you can jump right to Game 3. And, yeah, see you in a second. Peace out.